Welcome to my YouTube channel, House Plan 2D Drawing. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to design and draw a flat roof design in Archicad. More like I think flat roof or commercial roof in Archicad. As you can see mine, as you can see how flat it is. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to design this in Archicad. Without any further ado, let's get right into the business. I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to delete this one I made. I'm going to delete this too. Okay, so let's say you have your building like this, okay, and you want to use a flat roof design. There are ways you can use a flat roof design. Let me go to the ground floor to explain something real quick for you guys. There are different ways you can do it. So let's say, let me just draw something real quick. Okay, let's go to 3D view to check this out properly. And okay, I need to increase the height of this. So let's just increase it to let's say 6,000, or let's say 6,000. Okay, now I'm going to place in a roof here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the ground floor, or rather the first story. This is the 6,000, and I'm going to go to the roof 2 here. Okay, and you're going to see this flat roof here. So just click this. Okay, then you can click inside or you can click outside, but I'm going to click inside, and I'm just going to make a nice rectangle like this. Okay, so I have something like this. Okay, so I'm going to go to 3D view to check it out. Okay, now we have something like this. Okay, as you can see, it's it's flat. Okay, so what we are going to do next is I'm going to let me just take this up. I'm going to click on the roof, click on the settings dialog. I don't want the roof. What I want to do is I don't want the roof to be outside like this, to cantilever outside like this. I want it to be inside the block. Okay, inside the building. So click on it, click on the settings dialog here and change this to 0. Click OK, click enter, and I'm just going to come down here. Okay, then what I'm going to do next now is I'm going to click on the blocks, untick this, tick this again, click this and stretch the height to be, let's say, a little bit higher, a little bit higher like this. Okay, so you're gonna have something like this. Okay, so if we were to create a flat roof, you should go with this particular idea, or this kind of idea. Sometimes you don't even need to use the roof tool. Sometimes you can use the slab tool. Okay, if you go to the story level, so once you click the slab tool, you can just come here and just draw a nice box like this. Go to the 3D and check it out. Okay, it's gonna be down, so click this and let me make sure I'm actually okay. This is the ceiling, so I'm going to change this to be slab. Okay, 150, click OK, then Ctrl D, take this up to that edge there. Okay, now I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Ctrl D, bring it down like that. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use a roof tool. You can use a slab tool too, but anyone that works for you is okay. Okay, now let me come back to this particular one I'm doing here. So for the building now, what I want to do is, instead of earlier, what I did was I raised the blocks up, I stretched their height. Okay, so instead of me to stretch the height of this, I'm going to make a complex profile or something like this. Okay, so that I can design this particular side here. Okay, that's what I'm about to do now. I'm going to go to options, come to complex profile, click profile manager, and click this new, and click you can name it anything, a TII, just for fun. Click on OK. Then click this bin, untick this, Now come to document, click on the line tool, click this and use any kind of color you want to use. Okay, now click this and take it up. I'm going to make my height to be 750. Okay, click enter, and I'm going to come here and make this one to be, let's say, 450. Click enter and bring this let's make it like this. Okay, if you are making a mistake, okay, maybe you make a mistake like this, just press backspace on your keyboard. You should come back to the previous one and just click like this. Okay, now let me try and make it kind of let me say kind of a design like this. Let me make kind of a weird design like this. Okay, and just cut this out. Yeah, let's say something like this. Okay, now where this thing is going to be rests upon, I'm going to create that's on the block, that's 225. Click enter, take it up by 150. Okay, take it up by 150. Click enter, then take it back, click, and you have something like this. Cut this out. Okay, now click this, Ctrl Shift D, take it up by, let's say, by 50. Click enter. Okay, hold down Alt, try and stretch this outside by, let's give it 75. Okay, and hold down Shift so you can make a straight line like this. Okay, now click this, Ctrl Shift M to make a mirror of it. Okay, now click this node and stretch it to this other side here. Now once you've done this, you want to go to the fill tool, click on the fill tool, hold down spacebar on your keyboard, click inside this. Okay, and click inside this. Now I'm going to change the color. Now if you notice, this fill, they are actually different from each other. As you can see, they are separated. That's why I can change the color of this particular side to be different from this other side. So click on this particular fill here and come and select, let me just do this right here. So once you select the fill here, click modifiers, or rather click component, come and click finish, click override surfaces, click this, and let's use kind of a yellow color, let's say like this. Okay, so click this also, click finish and click override surface, click this and change it to be glossy white, where you at paint glossy white. This is right here. So just click once you are done. Okay, once you are done with all this, click save, then cancel, and make sure that you remember that this is what we saved it as TI. So just cancel this and go to the story level. Okay, now scroll, and this is the building. Okay, it's the building. Now go to design, click on the beam tool, click settings dialog, and just click on segment, click this. Yours is going to have a custom here, that's custom, so click on it and look for what you see. So this is it, this is what we say with TI. Click it and click check it out here, maybe it's actually okay, okay, and just click on OK. Once this is done, you want to come here and come and draw your concrete facial, the design you made. You want to come and draw it on top of the building. So note that this part, this is how you're gonna draw it, because this part is this other side has to be outside like that. Okay, so just come and sketch it out like this. So anytime you make a mistake like I did here, you can always press backspace to go back. Okay, so come back here and just click here, and once this is done, go back to the 3D view to check it out, and this is it. Okay, so click this untick this and click the settings dialog. Come to the beam here and change this to the second story. Click on OK. So now you have something like this kind of a design. As you see, the way you saw it earlier on. So you have something like this, and what you want to do next now is you want to try and place the roof on top of it. I will advise you guys that you guys should, maybe you guys want to do a POP design, you guys should do the POP design already before you guys place the roof, so that it will be easier for you guys to work with it, as you see mine. Okay, now let's place the roof and click on the story level. Now go to the second story here. What I always do is I always click on the roof tool now. So click on the roof tool, hold on space bar. So hold on space bar and just click this side here, this edge here. So click. Once that is done, it's going to give you the roof automatically. You don't even need to draw anything. So go to the 3D view and check it out. And as you can see, this is it. Okay. Well, what you want to do is, if you go to our second story, you're going to see that the roof is being cantilevered outside, okay, like this. So we don't want that. So you're just going to click on the roof, go to the settings dialog here, and change in the multi-plane geometry, change this to be 0. Click OK, and see it's going to be inside. Okay, go to the 3D view to check it out, and it has shrinked. So go to the south elevation. Go to the south elevation and click this, Ctrl D, and try to move this down a little bit. Okay, so now you have something like this, but as you can see, this is not actually reaching this particular position. Okay, so what you want to do next is, because we changed the offset to be 0, so now we're going to change the offset to be 150. So we're going to change this one to be 150 here. Click on OK. Okay, and it's the way it's supposed to be. Now let's go to the 3D view to check it out and make sure we're actually doing this right. As you can see, it's being placed properly. So let's go inside. Let me go inside here. So this edge here. Okay. Now click this, Ctrl D, and let's try to pull it inside. Make sure you're holding shift so you're making a straight line, and click that point there. Okay, click it, and let's come up and check what we are doing. As you can see, it's been placed properly. And always make sure that anytime you are working in Archicad, anything you are doing, if you are doing the 3D aspect of the drawing and you are working on the ground floor or on the first floor, always make sure you come back to the 3D view to come and check what you are doing properly, so you're not making any mistakes. So as you can see, this is how to do a flat roof design in Archicad. Okay, so as I said earlier, you can also use the slab tool. Okay, you can use the slab tool to do it too. And if you are wondering if you want a roof material, you can always click this, click on the settings dialog. You can come here and model it to be any kind of color you want, maybe this. Okay, you can also change it and come here to look for a roof. You can use a roof, maybe kind of a roof design. Guys, I want to show you guys something. Let me go to the story level. So I'm going to take this south elevation inside the building. Let me say right here. Okay, now go to the 3D aspect. Go to the south elevation here. I want to check something out, to explain something for you guys. Okay, now you guys can see that. Okay, this is more like the section of the roof. So as you guys can see that the roof is not actually flat. It's not 100% flat. It's a little bit curved, as you can see. So if you click on the roof, okay, click on the settings dialog here. You can come here. So when you guys come to the geometry and position, click on this here. So you can change it. You can change the roof picture to be. You can increase it to be 5. Click on OK. So it's just gonna tilt up a little bit, you know, like that. So if you go to the 3D view, it's gonna be, as you can see, it's gonna come up a little bit. Okay. So that's one of the advantages of using this particular roof tool, unlike using slab. Okay, so you can go back and change it to be normal, to the way it was before. Okay, something like this. Okay, So this is how to create a roof pitch in Archicad. Remember, you can also change you can also model it. You can model the roof, model it to be one kind of a design. Okay, you can change it to be a kind of a design, and there you go. One other thing I want to show you guys is one other roof I feel like you guys also need to use, which is actually very common, is the pitch roof. So I'm going to delete this now. I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to go to the second story. Now I'm going to go to the roof, to the roof tool here. Click on the settings dialog, click on this star here, and click this pitch roof tiles. Double click on it and click on OK. Now make sure you are selecting this, okay, single plane. Now click this point here, then click. This side I'm actually choosing is the front of the house. Okay, I want the roof to fall down to the back of the house. Okay, now once I've clicked this, okay, let me just back this up. Once I draw the side, this is front of the house. Once I draw it from this side to this side and click, I'm going to see this eye. Now it's going to ask me I should click the upward pitch of the roof. Okay, now this side is the upward roof. This is where I want the roof to be upward, this particular side. So I'm going to click this side here. When I click it, it's going to change to the pencil. Now I'm going to start tracing out the roof. Okay, I'm just going to trace it out. You can trace it out, or you can just hold space bar and click at the center of this dotted line I'm actually tracing, and it's going to form the roof for you. That can save you some time. So once you have done this, go to your 3D view, check it out, and wait for it to load. Okay, you have something like this. Okay, you have something like this. Let me check it out. Alright, so now we are going to go to the story level to check out where the west elevation is. So I'm going to double click on the west elevation. Okay, we're having something like this. Okay, click the lower side here, this one here, just click on it and click this. Okay, click this change roof pitch. When you click on it, you can adjust it from here to here. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm just going to leave it. Let me leave it on top of this, on top of the parapet. Okay, so I'm going to click on this too. Click that node there. Click the node and make sure you're selecting drag and move it down here. Just try and move it down like this. Okay, now come back here and adjust it. Click here and make sure you're clicking change roof pitch. Now come here to adjust it. Move it to that level there. Okay, now you're not going to see it anymore. Now let's go to the 3D view to check it out. Now you're having something like this. You can click on it, click on the settings dialog here. You can come here and come and model it. You can give it any kind of design you want, just your kind of idea you want, maybe French brown. So you have something like this, and let's try and go inside to check it out. Maybe it's been placed properly. We want the side to be placed properly, so I'm going to click on it, Ctrl D, click this one here, that node here, and bring it down here. Click. Okay, now let's go up, and as you can see, it's properly been placed the way it's supposed to look like. As you can see, if you want to check it now, you can click M and try and measure this. So this is 270. Now let's come to this end here and measure this end here. Click M, and this one should give us 355. As you can see, there's a difference. Okay, so this is one of the ways you can use to do this in Archicad for your kind of a flat roof design. Okay, let's say maybe you guys don't want this parapet, this kind of parapet. You guys don't want this. You guys want just the wall here to just go up a little bit. So what you guys just need to do is let me delete this one. I'm just gonna delete this. I'm going to go to the story level. I'm going to go to the first story. Okay, now I'm going to try and cut these walls. I'm going to split them. I'm going to take my suspend groups and try and split these walls. What you want to do now is hold down shift on your keyboard, click these walls. That's the walls you want to be raised up, that you want to raise up. Just click on it. Now once you've selected on the walls, click on the settings dialog here. Click on the geometry and positioning, and you can come here and come and change the height you want the wall to be. Maybe you want it to be like 1,2, or you want it to be just 1,000, or you can just give it maybe 800, depending on what you guys want. You can give it to be 800. Okay, then click on OK. Now once this is done, go to the 3D section, to the 3D part of the drawing, and you're gonna see that these walls are already gone up. Now what you want to do is to remove this roof from here. Just select on the roof, click this down one here, and select this offset all edges. Select on, click on it and hold down shift and click this point here. So everything is going to be inside automatically. As you can see, this is going to be inside automatically. So now I'm just going to I'm going to raise this one up too. I'm going to click on it, click this node here, select this stretch height, hold down shift and click. So it's going to form that straight line. Okay, it's going to merge with the both. Now for this other one too, you're going to do the same thing. Hold down alt, select this, click, and come to this part here, click this part here and change it to this one to the outside face, and just trace it out in the 3D part of the drawing. Click this point here, then come and click this point here, click here like this and click again, and that's gonna form that. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that they are on the same level. So click on this, hold down shift, click this node here. Make sure you're selecting this stretch height, hold down shift and just click. So it's going to merge automatically with the other one. Okay, and now you have something like this. Okay, as you can see, this is one of the ways you can use to do this in Archicad. I'm just going to raise this up. I think this is okay. Now I'm gonna put this cap on it so that in case it falls, it doesn't enter inside the block. To do that, I'm just gonna go to the option to click on scroll down to complex profile, click on profile manager, click this plus sign and name this a cap. Okay, or any given name you guys want to name it. It is your choice. Click on OK and click this beam to untick this. Okay. Now go to document, click on the line tool, and I'm going to try and click from this X here. I'm going to stretch it to this other side here and give a dimension of 225. Click enter twice. Okay, I'm going to raise this up by 50. Okay, and I'm going to hold down shift, click this X here, then click again, and I'm going to pick another line again from this X, move it to this edge here, and I'm going to give it 50. I'm going to give it 50, click enter, take it up, and let me try and give you the middle point of this. Okay, I'm going to click this and click that one there. Okay, and I'm going to click this, sorry, I'm going to click this, other shift, click this, other shift, click this, Ctrl Shift N to mirror it to the other side and look for the middle point. This is the middle point, then click, and I'm going to delete this, other shift, click this and delete this away. And I have something plain like this. I'm going to go to the fill tool, other spacebar, click inside, and you should be having something like maybe like this kind of color, you know. So I'm going to click on the fill tool. That's after I've put the fill already. I'm going to click on the fill tool, click on modifiers, click with stretch, eye stretch, and click finish, and click on override surface, and let's give the color of what we create. Let's give it to be glossy white, and click save. Now cancel this and go to the story level. Okay, now click on design and click on this beam tool. Come here, select this and change this to be a cap of what you created. Okay, now if you guys are not seeing this, click on the settings dialog. After clicking on the, when you guys click the beam, click on the settings dialog, click on the segment. Now click this, make sure you're clicking this third one here, this icon here, then click this. Yours might be having custom or something else, so click this and you're gonna see a cap here. Okay, so click on it and click on OK. Now come here and start tracing out what you created on the plan. Then click continue and go to the 3D aspect of the drawing. Wait for it to load what you created, and boom, this is it. Okay, so we are going to click on it, untick this so you can select everything at once. Click on the settings dialog. Now come to the beam here and click on this first story and change it to the second story. Click on OK. Now it's going to go up. Now try and move in on at this particular edge here. Just try and move in there. Press escape, and from this blue line here, this particular node that is here, press Ctrl D on your keyboard, click on it, then try and go up as at this edge here. Now click, press escape, and you should be done. Yeah, you're gonna have something like this. So this is one of the ways you guys do this in Archicad. Alright, just make sure you guys always check your 3D and see if everything is actually okay. It's okay to your taste. Alright, so this is one of the ways you guys do this in Archicad. Thank you for watching my video. If my video has been of any help to you, kindly subscribe, comment and like, and I'll see you in other tutorial videos. Thank you.